Mods, don't kick out the Celtics fans. I love the engagement.
Why do you think I made the video, dummies? You're paying me right now. I ain't reading the chat. You got a super chat for me to read that shit. Type your little heart out. Nobody cares.
All right. Run it back, nation. What is good? It is I, DJ Eastwood, the leader of the Sickos, and boy, was that a sicko game. A real sicko game. The Philadelphia 76ers without Tyrese, Maxey, Kyle Lowry, Joel Embiid, DeAnthony Melton, Robert Covington, etc. against the Memphis Grizzlies without Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart, everybody else. Straight sicko game. But we sat up there and we watched it because we are sickos and we can't help it. But I will say this to the Sixers fans that were in the playback stream who were very angry about this loss. I came into this game with no expectations because a game without Tyrese Maxey. I mean, this team's not good without Joel Embiid. We already know that. Tyrese Maxey has to drop 50 for them to win games without Joel. Without Tyrese Maxey? Come on, man. Who's out there? Your starting point guard is Cameron Payne. Your number one option, I'm sorry, Tobias, not sorry. Your number one option is vet minimum Kelly Oubre. And you got the biggest fraud to ever play basketball not named Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris out there, making $500,000 a game to play like that. We're going to get into everything. This is brought to you by BetUS. If you sign up for BetUS right now, they're giving you 125% deposit bonus. They're giving you 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits and 10% gambler's insurance. They deposit at $2,500. Go to BetUS, use the link in my description, and sign up now. And while you're at it, bet against the Sixers. They were heavy. They were heavy favorites in this game. And I thought that was crazy because I was like, what? Without Tyrese Maxey, we basically are the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, a lot of people are overreacting to this game. Let's take it all into context here. Some people were saying that Buddy Hield his 3-day free trial is over. Buddy Hield needs Tyrese Maxey on the floor. I mean, he needs Kyle Lowry on the floor. He's not a shot creator. He's a great 3-point shooter. So yeah, I'm not tripping too much about this game. And by the way, I added to the screen the Sicko Nation members. We changed the memberships to Sicko Nation. That's what the memberships are called now. Thank you to everyone that's a member. You can become a member right now. We're doing. You get the Sicko Nation badge. You get exclusive members-only videos, members-only live streams, and more. Click the link in the description. Become a member of the channel. Thank you for the support. Okay. You know what I got to do. All of you people that came in my comments defending Tobias Harris, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You should take your hand, look yourself in the mirror, and give yourself a good smack in the face. You should be ashamed of yourself, okay? And here's what I was trying to say to you guys. This is a pattern for 5 years. This is so easy to predict. And everybody that comes in the comments defending him and telling him you're too hard on Tobias Harris, and he scores against the Charlotte Hornets. Like, look, I told you. Look, now he's back. Now what do you got to say? Stand on business. I'm like, I don't have to say anything. I just got to wait a few games. I've seen the pattern for 5 years. My question is, how have you not seen it? So everybody that defends him, you're just basically admitting to me that you don't watch Sixers games. And here it's easy. All I had to do was sit back and wait a few games, wait till he plays some size and athleticism. Kind of played like a fraud against the Brooklyn Nets. And then against the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, like my man Jones said last night, how are you the third option with the first and second option are out? Against the Memphis Grizzlies, this guy gives you 8 points. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves, because how do you not see this pattern? It's obvious to anybody that watches the Sixers games. He plays like a fraud. He plays weak and scared. He'll play good against a couple of bad defenses. Everybody rallies behind him like a bunch of idiots. And the haters like me are just sitting here like, okay, I can't believe you guys are falling for this. And there it is. There's the Tobias Harris game that we knew was coming. 8 points without Tyrese Maxey, without Joel Embiid. You know, do you step up? Does the highest paid player on the team step up and, you know, do something for the Sixers against the Memphis Grizzlies damn G League team? No, he doesn't. Because he's as much of a fraud as I say that he is. And when are you guys going to listen to me? When are you going to listen to me? 8 points, Tobias? And you know what really grinds my gears, man? You got the whole, here's the thing, bro. We're babying this guy. This is what we're doing. You know this, right? We're babying this dude, bro. We treat these $1 million athletes like babies, dude. The fans get on him because we're tired of watching this fraudulent BS, right? The fans get on him. But then the organization has to protect his feelings, okay? So you got the broadcasters out here trying to tell everybody that Tobias Harris came out of a slump and he was just struggling and he had to ask Joel Embiid for advice and all this bullshit. They try to make up all this shit to protect his feelings. And you got Nick Nurse in a press conference saying, like, yeah, you know, he just, and everybody's not going to, and I don't expect Nick Nurse to trash the guy, obviously, but he's lying. He's up there saying, yeah, everybody doesn't play great every night. You know, he just had a few bad games. He had 5 bad years. Don't lie to me. And all the way down to the DJ. When Tobias Harris scores in the fourth quarter, he has 8 points against the Memphis Grizzlies in the fourth quarter. He gets a bucket to give himself 8 points, and the DJ plays public service announcement. So they've created this circle around Tobias Harris versus the fans. The fans are booing his ass because he's driving to the rim and bailing, because he's driving to the rim and chickening out. He's driving to the rim and pulling a Ben Simmons, jumping backwards and throwing the ball out of bounds. And the fans are booing him, and the DJ's over here playing public service announcement when he gets his 8th point in the fourth quarter. So they created this protective bubble, which is Tobias Harris and the Sixers organization against the fans. Well, how about we just all admit that he didn't live up to the damn contract and he's a total fraud, huh? The fans are right once again, you dumbasses. How disconnected can this organization be from the fan base? And you see it all the time in all kinds of sports. Ownership, management, whoever else. And, Philly fans are just mean. Philly fans are just toxic. Philly fans want to just run stars out of town. But we're right every single time. All the Ben Simmons years, Philly fans just want to run stars out of town. Yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. We see a star player and we're like, hey, let's run him out of town. Does that use your damn brain here? Is it that we want to run stars out of town, or do we see fraudulent behavior and call it out because that's how Philly fans are? So the organization tries to fight back and protect him and be on his side and all this bullshit. And it just, the mainstream just continues to see this narrative of Philly fans hate their own athletes because they don't really know what's going on. And then you watch a game like tonight. And if you really watch it, like I said to all the people they're coming at me, he averages 18 and 8, bro. How could you blah, blah, blah? Watch the damn. There's no way you're watching this guy play and not understanding what I'm saying. So I hope some of them watch tonight. They were so happy that he played good against the damn Charlotte Hornets. I hope they watch tonight. Because I saw countless times where this guy had the ball going downhill on fast breaks, and he saw one defender, and he wouldn't even try a Euro. He wouldn't even try a power dribble, put a shoulder in his chest, maybe get a foul call, maybe get blocked at the rim. He wouldn't even try it, bro. Every single time he saw a defender in front of him, Jaren Jackson Jr. mainly, he chickened out, spun around, and threw the ball away. And he did it in the fourth quarter on a fair. He threw the ball past Kelly Oubre and out of bounds, and the fans started booing him. It was so easy to predict. So now do you guys get the pattern? Now do you get the whole thing? Huh? Do you get it now? You got the pattern? You get it? It took you 5 years to understand? The damn Kelly Oubre is our number one option on this team right now without Maxey. I mean, come on, Tobias. 8 points. You couldn't give me 20 against the Memphis Grizzlies. I just can't believe I watched this fraud for 5 years. I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. It's just so scared of the moment. So soft. So scared of the moment. Little bit tougher than Ben Simmons. Little bit tougher. I'll give him 10% tougher than Ben Simmons, which is still historically soft. And there's my take on Tobias Harris versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I wanted to make that like a short one so I could put it on Instagram for all these idiots to keep defending him in the comments, but it looks like I ranted for 14 minutes. Yeah. Other than that, Jeff Doughton Jr. was nice. I want to say that. I want to say Nick Nurse, played him because we were out without Lowry, without Maxey, without Melton. Obviously, you don't have any guards. You got to start Cameron Payne, so your backup guard's going to be the kid you just signed out of the G League. Jeff Doughton Jr., a.k.a. NASCAR. Shout out to RJ on the call. Said his name sounds like a NASCAR driver. Jeff Doughton Jr. He played pretty good. Hit a couple threes. Had some nice plays, some nice assists. So I like what I see there. And maybe Nick Nurse will continue to use him, but when you get your guards back, probably not. But I understand why he was getting minutes tonight. Ricky Council Jr. got some minutes, so they asked Nick Nurse why he didn't play last game, and he said something about you got some veterans back, and you're just going to ride those guys, and everyone was mad about it. And then Ricky Council gets back in the game again, and he didn't look good. He looked out of control. He looked kind of lost out there, and we were saying in the playback stream maybe Ricky Council's free trial ran out. Anybody that's a huge Ricky Council fan, I'm a huge Ricky Council fan, but a couple of bad showings for Ricky Council, and so I don't think Nick Nurse is going to play this guy very much moving forward. I still like what Ricky Council does. I like that he attacks the rim. I like that he's violent when he attacks the rim. He draws fouls because he creates so much contact. He makes the defense pay for trying to defend him, honestly. He puts a shoulder into people's ribs and shit like that. So shout out to him. Just a hard-nosed player, but, I don't think you're going to see much of him anymore. What would this team be right now if Daryl Morey didn't sign Kelly Oubre at the end of the summer? Kelly Oubre, 30 last game, 25 this game. Just relentless, attacking the rim, at least having heart, at least trying to do something. He postered the whole team at one point, dunked on top of Jaren Jackson Jr. He was 2 for 7 from three-point range. He was only 7 for 21, but I love it. You know? Kelly Oubre is allowed to be 7 for 21 because when you watch him play, he's trying his heart out 100% of the time. And so you just can't hate on it, especially when there's nobody else on this team right now that can create anything besides maybe Cameron Payne. He's just trying his heart out. And I love that for Kelly Oubre. And, I hope we re-sign him. But it amplifies what the highest paid player on the team doesn't do when a vet minimum player like Kelly Oubre is the one out here trying to lead the team. I mean, it's embarrassing at this point, and it is what it is. Who else we got to talk about? I think it's interesting that Mo Bamba was good for 3 games, and now he sucks again. So, Nick Nurse, not afraid to switch it up, not afraid to experiment or run lineups and then say, okay, this ain't working, I got to switch it. He started Bamba for 2 or 3 games that worked out, and then he sees Memphis and Jaren Jackson Jr., and he says, yeah, I think Bamba may be a little bit too weak in the body to mess with Jaren Jackson, so he runs Paul Reed for 24 minutes, and Mo Bamba only had 4 in the game. There was those small ball lineups with Nick Batum at center. Again, I guess that's just something Nick Nurse is going to keep doing. It never works. It always loses a lead, or they always go on a run when he does this small ball. Nick Batum at center, but at the same time, is there a whole lot of more options? You know what I'm saying? Is playing Bamba at backup center really any different than playing Nick Batum at backup center? Probably not. And Cameron Payne gave you 16 points, 6 for 17. He had 4 assists. I love Cameron Payne as a bench point guard. He is what he is. He's a creator. He has confidence. He's not afraid to go out there and try to get buckets. But at the end of the day, he's Cameron Payne. And so really, when you look at this roster, there's nobody here. You know what I'm saying? So that's my main thing here. They were in the playback chat. They were angry. I can't believe we lost to the Memphis Grizzlies without Ja Morant. And I'm like, look at who we're playing with, dude. We are the Memphis Grizzlies. We are the Memphis Grizzlies. It's just that Jaren Jackson Jr. is an all-star and Tobias Harris is not. So actually, the Memphis Grizzlies are better than us right now. Without Tyrese Maxey, you thought we were favored? Come on, guys. Come on, man. Look, Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama, 17 points, dude. The guy hit a clutch 3 in the damn fourth quarter. Jaren Jackson, you could see that was Memphis' strategy at the end of the game was just, listen, we don't really even have a point guard. We don't really have any strategy whatsoever, but we know their center is undersized. So their strategy, the entire second half, Jaren Jackson attacked Paul Reed. And most of the time, they weren't even running a play. Jaren Jackson was bringing the ball up half of the time, going across half court, just like, okay, I'm just going to bring the ball across half court, try to get in the paint and force my way in there, and that's what he was doing. And it didn't work a lot of times. It worked a lot of times. In the fourth quarter, it ended up working a lot. Him and G.G. Jackson, I'll look at the rebounding numbers at some point, but yeah, we got beat with size again. That's really what happened. The Sixers don't have any size. We haven't had any size since Embiid went down and we traded DeAndre Drummond 3 years ago. We don't have any size. And so they attacked us with size and it wasn't working, but they kept forcing it and it eventually worked. And Jaren Jackson Jr. ends up with 30 points, 11 rebounds. He had like 13 points in the fourth quarter. That's it. That's really it, man. What can you do? It was a G League affair. It was a real live Sixers Sicko game. And it is what it is. I'm going to get to the chat. I'm going to see if anybody feels like calling me on the Discord. But before that, we are going to drop the BetUS sponsor. We're going to make a live bet right here. We got 2 games tomorrow, and we're just going to take a money line parlay because why the hell not? All right. BetUS, if you sign up right now, they're giving you 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500 and 10% bettors insurance when you use a link in my description and use code JOIN125. You absolutely can't beat it. Their odds are some of the best in the business, and they got all these pre-made parlays when you go on the website. They got so much stuff. They got odds boosts. They got player props. They got pre-made parlays. You can build your own parlays. I'm going to let you guys pick this one. We're just going to bet on 2 games tomorrow. Miami and Dallas and Toronto and Phoenix. Now, Miami and Dallas. Miami's an underdog here. And why would that be? Why do you feel like Miami's an underdog against Dallas tomorrow? All right, we're taking Miami at plus 163. Why would you not do that? I feel like Miami's a little, on a little bit of a little bit better than they were in the beginning of the season. And to be safe, do we take Phoenix over Toronto, or do we get crazy and go upset? What do you guys say in the chat? Do we take Phoenix over Toronto, or do we go crazy and take the upset? Dallas playing like crap right now. Right, so why are they favored? They don't play any defense, dude. See? I'm helping you out. Look at the odds on BetUS. You got a plus 163 on Miami. Scotty's hurt, so we go Phoenix. There you go. Let's see. 50 and 50. 50 and 50. 100 to almost double our money. Bang. There you go. 100 to almost double our money. Oh, I was sitting on the bet slips too long. Damn, where'd it go? Let's try that again. 50 and 50. Whoa. The odds just changed in real time. The payout's 274. I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. I don't know how the odds changed that much. Maybe somebody was just ruled out, and now I'm going to lose that bet because I wasn't paying attention. But you never know. Sign up for BetUS. Get 125% deposit bonus. Your first 3 deposits up to $2,500 and 10% bettors insurance. Use the link in my description. Join125 is the promo code. All right, man. Give me your thoughts. Where's my viewer count? Oh, it's just really tiny. Give me your thoughts in the chat or call the Discord. Discord link is in the description. Or you know what? We'll pin it to the top of the chat. We'll pin the Discord link to the top of the chat real quick. I did forget to do that. And you guys can call in and tell me what you think. Give me your opinion on this game. Do you care about this game? Are you overreacting to this game? I see people in the chat talking about Nick Nurse. Bro, who's out there? You know? The last game I was questioning his running Batum at center in the fourth quarter and things like that. I don't know. I don't feel like I saw anything from Nick Nurse in this game that frustrated me. I just saw a team with Kelly Oubre and the Delaware Bluecoats and Tobias Harris, but, you know, it's Tobias Harris. I took the Raptors. I was like, why'd the payout go up to 257, bro? Shit. Damn, I kind of screwed myself. Well, what can you do? You never know. You might get lucky. That's hilarious. I'm stupid. Yeah, hit me up, man. I pinned the Discord link at the top of the chat. Call the Discord, give me your thoughts, or I can just sit here and read your comments. Here's the thing, too, okay? I think everybody convinced themselves that. So here, look. Okay, let's go to the standings, because here's what happened. Okay. Here's what happened. You guys saw that we were a half game out of the 4th seed. Okay, and you started to do this thing where you were like, "We need to win tonight, because if Orlando loses, we're in the 4th seed." You were convincing yourself that this team without Joel Embiid could somehow get all the way to the playoffs as the 4th or 5th seed. That's just insane. Do I need to? Okay, I need to show you the schedule again. Clearly, because come on. Okay, let's look at the schedule again, guys. Here you go. And here's why. It was very easy to predict that this team is going to be in the 8th seed. It's not hard. All right? Here's what happens. You go on this stretch where you play. You went on this stretch where you played Charlotte, Dallas, Brooklyn, and Memphis. And you saw the Charlotte game and you saw the Dallas game. 2 teams that do not play defense. And you actually fell for it. And you actually said to yourself, wow, Tobias Harris is out of his slump. The Sixers are shooting the lights out. We can hang on. We can win we can stay in the 5th seed. Come on, bro. You didn't even win all 4. These were the games. These were the games you thought you could win right here, these 4. You went 2-2. That's how not good they are without Joel Embiid, especially without Tyrese Maxey, but that's how not good they are without Joel Embiid. You did lose the 2 without Tyrese. We didn't anticipate that Tyrese would get kicked in the back of the head. Hopefully he comes back soon. They're claiming that Robert Covington's going to be reevaluated in 2 more weeks or something. I don't know how long the medical staff thinks the season is. Why don't they just say he's going to be reevaluated next year? Because the season's almost over. Stop telling me him and DeAnthony Melton are going to be reevaluated in 3 weeks. The season is over. What are you talking about? You know? But you went 2-2 there. And yeah, we didn't anticipate Tyrese Maxey getting kicked in the back of the head. But either way, guys, you actually saw this schedule and you said to yourself the Sixers can hang on to the 5th seed. Well, at least now you can stop lying to yourself. New Orleans, New York, Milwaukee, Miami, Phoenix, Lakers, Clippers, Kings, Clippers, Cavaliers, Toronto Raptors, Oklahoma City Thunder, Miami, Memphis again. How many of those games you think we're winning? Come on, man. Come on. But I don't anticipate them falling past the Bulls. So what's going to happen is the Philadelphia 76ers are going to be in the 8th seed going into the playoffs. Right here, 35-27. Indiana's 35-28. The Bulls aren't catching up. Well, we could lose a lot of those games, but the Bulls would have to also go on a win streak. I don't think that's happening. Indiana is going to pass us. We're in the 8th seed in the play-in tournament. That's what's happening. I don't know why you didn't know that, but now you get it. Prince had 3 of 12. Now it's 2 of 12. Bro, you talking about that stretch of games? You had us going 3 out of 12, and now it's 2 out of 12. Yo, if you're going to lose 10 of the next 12, you might end up in the 9th or 10th seed. But here's what Romp was saying on Twitter. Joel Embiid's starting on-court activity. He's ramping up. Tyrese Maxey's got a concussion. He's going to, sit him out a couple more games, make sure he's good to go. Tank for the Celtics. Here's what you do. You tank it out. You get into the play-in tournament as the 10th seed. And then what? The 10th seed has to win a game. The 10th seed has to beat the loser of 7 and 8 to get into the playoffs as the 8th seed. And then you play the Boston Celtics in the first round. And with a healthy Joel Embiid and a healthy Tyrese Maxey and Buddy Hield and Kyle Lowry and Cameron Payne and Kelly Oubre and maybe Tobias Harris isn't a fraud, you beat the Boston Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. I'm not going to stop saying it, dude. I'm not going to stop saying it. I'm not going to stop saying it, man. I'm not going to stop saying it. Mario, get swept? I just said with a healthy Joel Embiid. With a healthy Joel Embiid, you think we get swept by the Boston Celtics? Come on, man. Don't have short-term memory loss. We beat them already. We beat them fully healthy in the regular season earlier in the year when we were cooking, when we were healthy. And that was before we added Buddy Hield to the squad. Yeah, that's damn right. Bleeding Green Betty. You're damn right, Bleeding Green Betty. You know what? I do appreciate how many Boston Celtics fans watch my show. I do appreciate that. Because you could be watching a Boston Celtics podcast, which is probably boring as fuck. You know? You could be listening to some guys talk about the Boston Celtics. But you're not. You're here. Watching me, listening to me talk about the Philadelphia 76ers. That's pretty wild, actually. That's pretty wild, actually, that I can gather opposing fan bases in my live show. Because you just, as much as you hate what I say, you just can't get enough of it. To Boston Celtics fans, what the words that come out of my mouth is like a bad car accident. You can't stop listening. You hate it, but you're right there watching, listening. And I put the video up today as obvious clickbait, obvious bait to Celtics fans, titled, "The Boston Celtics are frauds." Have you ever seen more obvious bait? And there is hundreds of Celtics fans angry as shit in the comments, bro. Hook, line, and sinker. But I'm being serious, though. Healthy Embiid, we're beating the Celtics in 7 games. And you're going to be so mad when it happens. Bravo, Carlos. You the man, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Nick Nurse being controlled by the front office idiots who don't know nothing about basketball. I'm convinced they only know names, and that's it. All right, Bravo. What do you mean here? What are you talking about? Are you talking about this game and what Nick Nurse did in this game? Because I don't know what he's supposed to do with this roster. You're not winning without Tyrese Maxey. I'll give it to you. You lost to damn Jake Latavia and some other 3 or 4 other dudes I never heard of. But you know, I don't know. You might be right. There's a conspiracy floating around that that the Sixers are tanking, that Joel Embiid's done for the season, and the front office is just trying to get fans to keep buying in for the rest of the season. And really, they're not trying to improve the roster, and they're not trying to win games, and they're trying to, I don't know. But that one's hard for me to believe. They wouldn't have, I don't think you would have traded for Buddy Hield at the trade deadline, but also Buddy Hield's an expiring contract, so it makes sense to clear cap space at the same time. I actually felt like that after the trade deadline, didn't I? I'm the one that was saying that after the trade deadline, that the Sixers don't want to win. That's why they didn't trade Tobias Harris at the trade deadline, because they want to clear cap space. And now I flip-flopped. Yeah. All right, let's go to the Discord, man. We got some people in the Discord. Let me make sure my settings are right, because my stupid computer updated. And connections, no. Where's my microphone at? Voice and video, main stereo. Okay, that should be good. Every time it updates, it resets everything. It's annoying. But yeah, let's talk to the Discord callers, man. S SG S. I don't know how to say your name. I'm just gonna call you S. Yo S. Yo S in the Discord. SG. SG going once. SG going twice. Your mic is muted. Hey, yo, SG. SG sleeping. Or he was a Celtics fan that bailed last minute. A Rush Jane. Arish?
Whoa. Hello?
What's up, man? Oh, is that AJ?
Yeah.
What's up, AJ?
Yeah, so the first thing I want to say is that Jeffrey Downton, right?
Yeah.
We picked this guy up from the G League like 3 weeks ago. It's a guy that we don't even know who he is, and he's still playing better than Tobias Harris. We did not know this guy 3 weeks ago, and he's still playing better than bum-ass Tobias Harris. Like, come on, man.
But you're not frustrated about it anymore, right? Because it's predictable at this point, right?
Yeah, no, I've been knowing this for like 2-3 years, right? But how does a G Leaguer play better than Tobias Harris? How does he score more points than Tobias Harris? A G Leaguer.
Tobias is a fraud, man. I just can't figure out how everybody doesn't know it, and they keep coming at me on social media calling me a hater. It's unbelievable to me that I'm watching the same thing for 5 years. I can't figure out how they're not watching the same thing for 5 years, but it is what it is. That is funny, though. Jeff Doughton Jr. outperforms Tobias Harris.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. But let's talk about next season right now because, this game was kind of crappy.
We're talking about next season right now?
Next season, right? I think what the Sixers should do is obviously let Tobias Harris go and then keep Kelly Oubre and Buddy Hield. But I think they should do a sign-in trade with another team next season. And then trade for role players. Get kind of like some big men. Get some wings. And then start to build a team next season to actually compete and actually have some good players instead of guys like Tobias Harris, who's a fraud.
I mean, yeah, I agree. They should 100% let him walk. The thing is that they have this big plan. I know Daryl Morey has this big plan that he's going to try to make as much cap space as possible so that he can try to get Paul George or somebody else that's a third star. And I'm just like, look, I've been watching the Sixers for way too long. Watched the whole process after 20 years of losing before that. And I have no reason to believe that this is going to work. So there's that. He's going to make a bunch of cap space. He's not going to get what he wants, and then he's going to sign a bunch of minimums at the end of the offseason again like he did last year. That's me being ultra negative, but this whole, we're finally going to build a good team, I don't know. It doesn't sound it doesn't sound realistic to me. I hope you're right. I hope it finally happens, but I don't know. I think he has
all Daryl Morey does is star hunting, right?
Absolutely. That's all he does. It's all he's ever done.
Exactly. He needs to look at the game at a level where there's 3 stars in the NBA don't win you an NBA championship anymore. Let's just be honest. You had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Harden, and you had LeBron, Russ, and AD. Those did not work out because those guys did not fit on the court. You need role players that complement your 2 stars. So that's Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. But unfortunately, Daryl Morey is just always hunting for a star, trying to make a super team.
He absolutely is, man. It's all he knows, and what can you do? He's not suddenly going to change the way that he does things. And all these front offices are doing the same thing. They've been trying to do the same thing since LeBron James went to Miami. They've been trying to do the same thing, and they still think that that's how it's done. The only team that figured out all you got to do is have a star and put the right pieces around him is Denver Nuggets. Everybody should be trying to do what the Denver Nuggets did. But yeah, they're star hunting, man. It is what it is. Yo, AJ, thanks for calling, man. You got anything else?
Yeah, one more thing is that Doc Rivers, right? I see Sixers fans right now saying that Doc Rivers is better than Nick Nurse. Imagine you give Doc Rivers this lineup without like Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and like all the injured players. See what he does with this lineup, and also Doc Rivers is on a better Bucks team as of now, right? And
Yeah.
this Bucks team, although they're playing good right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're just gonna get eliminated in the second round and blow lead in the
AJ.
second round like absolute frauds.
Absolutely, AJ. I completely agree. And I want to tell you something. There's dumb people that say dumb things. Anybody that said Doc Rivers is better than Nick Nurse is just flat out lying, and you shouldn't even entertain that. Yo, thanks for calling, man. You the man, bro. AJ in the chat. Sixers fans are saying Doc Rivers is dead. They're not Sixers fans. That's not what they are. They're idiots. That's what they are. We got Brent. Brent in the Discord.
Yo, can you hear me, dude?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, so like I don't really want to talk about Tobias Harris, but my take on him is that I'm so tired of him. He's the second softest player in the NBA, only behind Ben Simmons. When Ben Simmons' contract ends, he'll be the softest player in the NBA. And the Sixers had the two softest players in the NBA for the past decade.
That's crazy. Isn't it crazy that they both played for us, man?
Yeah, it's actually kind of embarrassing that we've had the two softest players in the NBA to surround one of the best players in NBA history in Joel Embiid.
Pretty embarrassing. You're right.
Yeah. So like my take on this game is like that. I think that I don't care that we didn't have Tyrese Maxey. We're playing the G League Memphis Grizzlies, and we had a 15-point lead. Like, how do we blow that lead?
Yeah, we did. And Memphis had a strategy to have Jaren Jackson Jr. coast for 2.5 quarters and then just attack Paul Reed for like 20 straight minutes. And that's what I witnessed. They weren't even running any plays. He was just bringing the ball across half court and literally running a halfback dive into the paint. And they were dominating the boards, and they were just beating us up. I know
Paul Reed fouled out at the end of the fourth quarter when Memphis made that run at the end of the game. And can I ask you to play that soundbite of Batum that was
fourth quarter yelling, "Why the fuck Batum in?"
I kept watching that all today.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Our roster is depleted, and Nick Nurse is just he loves Nick Batum, man. Maybe he likes his name. Maybe it's just a Nick thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's like, Batum is fine with Embiid, but like without Embiid, he gives you absolutely nothing except that he outscores the second softest player in the NBA, Tobias Harris, in this game.
Yeah, Batum can't do much, man. He can't do much. Yo, Brent, thanks for calling, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we got my guy Jarrett Newsom hanging out. I can't wait to hear what Jarrett has to say, man. Yo, Jarrett. Yo, Jarrett. Jarrett, did you?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh, wow, man. These are the doldrums, boy.
These are the what?
Man, we can see it. These are the doldrums right here as far as, man, being a Sixer fan, this is disgusting. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you, man, and I agree with you.
Man, it's just like you call the sickos, because we got to be sick to still follow this team, man. I'm telling you. My brother had to hold me up plenty of times about medicine. Then I had to hold him up. So it's like, man. And Tobias Harris, my brother been on Tobias Harris for I don't know how long. I said, man, that dude, all the money he's getting paid. Come on, we know it's about the money, but he's garbage, man.
He is, man. It's
straight up garbage. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't understand how we lose these kind of games. I understand we don't have our main two guys. Okay, Joel Embiid and Tyrese. But come on, man. I talked about it before. You have generational talents. You had Barkley, you had Doc, then you had Iverson, and you still couldn't win with these teams, man. You still couldn't win with them. Now we got Joel Embiid, and then we see the next maturation, which is Maxey.
Yep.
And man, it's just disgusting, man.
So
it's almost to the point where we got to console each other.
So they've failed to put a winning team around
Go ahead, bro,
Joel.
I'm done.
They failed to put a winning team around Joel Embiid for 7 years now, and you're predicting that they're also going to fail to put a winning team around Tyrese Maxey moving forward. Is that right, Jarrett?
Man, it seems like an ongoing conclusion, man. It just seems like an ongoing conclusion. We have superstars, and you can't put another player around him. We got a shot with Maxey.
All right, but do you think
we hit gold with him?
Do you think there's a chance that Joel Embiid actually comes back this season and the Sixers get their groove back? Yeah.
We really want.
No. Jared, I can't hear you anymore, man.
Joel Embiid. What percentage are we going to? Okay, hold on, bro. I'm still here. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. What percentage do we really want him back?
What percentage? If he's 100%, 100%. If he's healthy.
Yeah.
100% I want him back if he's healthy.
That's the key. If he's healthy.
Yeah. Don't come back if you're not healthy. I don't think there's a plan for him to come back not healthy. That wouldn't make any sense.
But here's the thing. Has he played one whole season of being in health? He hasn't been healthy for his whole career. I mean, it's almost like you got to sit him out half a year so he can come out for the rest of the year, man.
Shit, damn,
I need consolation, man. I'm laying on your couch right now, bro. Help me out, man. Help me out.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. He's been injured his whole career. There's pretty much no reason for us to think that he's not going to be injured. Oh, Jarrett, man, you the man, bro. Thanks for calling.
Take care, brother.
All right, man, later. Shout out to my guy, Jarrett, man. He was cutting up. He was breaking up a little bit, but it got clear right when he dropped the, why would you think he's going to be healthy? He's been injured his whole career. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yo, Leandro's on the line. Leandro.
Yo, what's up, Eastwood?
What's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Dude, going off of Jared's point, dude, we're in year 10 of the process, right? You know who our two most physical players are surrounding our superstars?
Kelly Oubre and Ricky Council.
Yup, a minimum player and a 22-year-old G Leaguer, bro.
That's wild, isn't it?
Fucking 40 years of absolute purgatory.
Yeah, but that I say that a lot, dude. The whole process, this is what you got. You tanked,
right? Dude.
You tanked and went through high draft picks, all this. You were supposed to build you sold us Dario Saric and Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz, and none of it worked.
It was an absolute disaster waiting to happen, man. And dude, I feel like we've been ripping on Tobias Harris. And fairly so, dude. I was watching this guy. As soon as he sees Jared, God, what was his fucking name, dude?
Jaren Jackson, yeah. As soon as he saw him, every time he bailed.
Jesus, dude. Yep. Drawing a blank. He just shrivels up and then passes. Like, dude, come on.
He bailed every time, man. You know, I think this is the thing. They were saying, like, he just lost confidence. It's a confidence thing. He just needs to get his confidence back, which, first of all, you're 31 years old. You've been playing for 13 years. How are you losing confidence? It actually, every game now, it actually gets worse. I'm seeing it getting worse every game. He looked scared
also, not
tonight.
to mention how bad he is defensively, dude.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that like even 100-year-old Jimmy Carter can get a bucket on this guy, dude.
Maybe. You probably wouldn't be wrong, man. But me of all people, I still have hope that Joel comes back, because Joel, Maxey, Buddy Hield, Lowry, and everybody would do some damage in the playoffs. And I know we're a prisoner of the moment right now, and we feel how we feel about the team right now, but if they get healthy, I still think they can compete with anybody.
Yeah, dude, Joel comes back. Dude, we're kicking Boston's ass.
Exactly. Oh, it would be glorious, wouldn't it?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
What else you got, man? You got anything else?
Nah, that's it, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, hey, man, I appreciate you calling and giving me some content, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, Leandro in the Discord. 270 people still in here. I don't have anything else to say. There was not even really a reason for anybody to watch this game. I know we were calling it a must-win. You guys convinced yourselves that the Sixers can stay in the 4th seed or something like that. Like, I hope everybody knows now that this is without Joel Embiid, this team is falling to the 8th seed. Even with Tyrese Maxey, they're not winning this next gauntlet of games, dude. They're not. Here's a quote from Kelly Oubre. We all knew that Memphis is missing a lot of guys, and so are we. It was a real testament of like hard work beats talent if talent don't work hard. I just think that was the whole gist of the game tonight. Adds that he feels they let the whole city down. Wow, Kelly, not you. You didn't let anybody down. You went out there and scratched and clawed and fought every minute of the last 2 games, and you're Kelly Oubre. And you dropped 55 points in 2 games. You didn't let anybody down. But I hope Tobias Harris hears this part right here. Hard work beats talent. Hard work. The guy just doesn't have it in him, man. But thank you, Kelly Oubre, for even standing up there and attempting to take blame in front of the fans. Why is a vet minimum there up there apologizing? Tobias Harris is supposed to be the leader now. He should be up there apologizing and explaining what happened, not Kelly. This team babies Tobias so much, it's disgusting. That's what I said. They built a damn bubble around the guy. This organization's been babying players since Ben Simmons was drafted. But, you know, we got some RB tweets here. This team should be absolutely embarrassed. Jacob Moreno. Sixer Country on Instagram. Insanely unacceptable for the Sixers to not win at least 1 game from this Brooklyn-Memphis back-to-back. Maxey or not, both of these teams were shorthanded, and there was no reason to lose twice. I don't know how everyone's so shocked. Here's the thing. This was so easy to predict. Everybody was so happy-go-lucky when they beat the Hornets and the Mavs, and I was like, why the fuck are you guys celebrating? It's the Hornets and the Mavs. And then they lose these games and everybody's shocked again. Well, how did you build yourself up so high after the Hornets and the Mavs? That's what happened. You should have stayed right where I was at the whole time. Without Joel Embiid, they're not good anyway. But you let yourself fall for the hype, man. All the time you let yourself fall for the hype, man. Now, one more person we got to check on is Josh Reynolds, who tweeted the other night, Sixers fans aren't going to like this, but Tobias Harris, and then he put Tobias Harris's stats during the Mavs and the Hornets game and, you know, all that stuff. Let's see if Josh said anything about Tobias Harris tonight. Something about Paul Reed, something about Jason Kelsey, and Boo Birds out in Philly, rightfully so. The Memphis Hustle G League squad waltzed into Philly and left with a win. JJJ with seemingly every offensive board. Horrendous effort from everybody not named Kelly Oubre and Paul Reed. One to forget. Sixers 7th East by half. Say the name, Josh! Say the name, bro! You're the one that was standing up here putting fans in quotation marks because of the Tobias Harris hate. when we're only saying it because it should be obvious what's happening. And then Tobias Harris does the obvious thing that we knew he was going to do, and you won't say his name. You said Philly. You said Philly. You said Memphis Hustle G League squad. You said JJJ. You shouted out Kelly Oubre and Paul Reed. You said horrendous effort from everyone, but you won't say Tobias Harris's name. But I'm not one of these I'm keeping receipts and all this stuff. This was too easy. I don't even have to say anything. Every time he plays the damn every time he plays a good game and they all come back around, the same thing happens. All we got to do is sit back for 2 or 3 games and he's right back where he was. Where's the Tobias Harris cycle, man? Let's find that, dude. Let's find the Tobias Harris cycle before we get out of here. Here you go. Here's the Tobias Harris cycle for anybody that hasn't seen this before. This is exactly what happens. This is the Tobias Harris cycle. Are we all ready? So you guys can stop falling for this bullshit. So you guys can stop getting on a hype train when he has a good game and calling everyone that talks shit about him a hater, and then he proves you wrong for the 5th year in a row. Okay, this is the Tobias Harris cycle. Okay, here you go. Plays like shit for 30 games. Has one okay/good game. Some cock muncher pulls out a Tobias Harris apology form. People love him again. And then he plays like shit for 30 games. And then he has one good game and the same thing. This is the pattern that's been happening for 5 years. And the only thing that blows my mind is that this is somehow not obvious to these people after 5 years. I hope I'm allowed to say cock muncher on YouTube without getting kicked off. Pause. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me ramble about a game that nobody should have watched anyway. We still got Celtics fans in the chat. That's cool. TJ, that's 3 egregious front office decisions in the last 6 years. The Sixers deserve everything they're getting. Well, TJ, I hate to tell you this, but the Celtics traded away their heart and soul in Marcus Smart, and one of their best players in the playoffs last year was Malcolm Brogdon, and they're not what you think they are. So stay tuned. Our 76ers fans want to move on from Embiid, like get what you can now for him. I said that a little bit when he got injured again. I said it a little bit last offseason. But it's at the point where if he's hurt and he can't play, he's not going to have any trade value left. Now TJ's spamming the chat, so we're going to put him on a 30-minute timeout. See you later, TJ. Nobody cares. Go talk to some Celtics fans. Peter Dunbar just mentioning McClung, so you'll show my message on screen. Yeah, Peter. Thanks for being a Sixers sicko, man. I appreciate you. What time is it? How long have I been up here? I don't want to talk about this game anymore. I've been up here for an hour. Sorry to... Okay, we got 2... You know what? We got 2 callers in the Discord, but I can only do 2 minutes, all right? But I want to hear what you guys have to say, all right? Decent in the Discord, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. What's going on? Yo, Decent. Decent, I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you, bro. We got Gunna. Gunna is in the Discord. Yo, Gunna. Well, that's what I get for trying too late Discord calls. We'll try Decent one more time. Decent, you good? No, man, I'm not sure what's going on, man. I'm not sure what's going on. Are you in a bad reception area? You got bad Wi-Fi right now or what?
Bad right now.
Yeah,
I think that's what's going on.
I can't hear anything you're saying, man. I apologize. I don't know if it's, bad Wi-Fi signal or what, but Maybe it just wasn't meant to be decent. But thanks for calling the show, man, and we'll have you on. We'll have you on anytime you call, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that watches, listens, even you annoying Celtics fans and all the haters and, anybody who hates everything I say but can't stop listening. Thank you for the engagement. I don't have to tell you to please keep watching and clicking and commenting because you're going to keep watching and clicking and commenting anyway.